I wound up doing this video on Saturday after our worship event. I really felt like there was something I needed to say, and I just felt like God was saying, record it. I don't know. I say in the thing, I don't know whether it was for me to see or for y'all to see or for both, but it definitely helped me, and maybe it'll help some other people that are struggling for whatever reason through whatever season they're in. I rambled on, I really did, for about 30 minutes, and I've cut this thing down to 10 minutes and 3 seconds. So you're going to notice that. In my editing, it's just like, you know, I did the best I could. But there is a lot of like choppiness here and there, sporadically. And then there's long stints, and then there's a couple of more. So you'll notice. So I cut it down. I took 20 minutes out of the thing. And I didn't end it with anything. It wasn't concluded. It wasn't like, and so that's what I'm going to do. But that is pretty much my ending. So hold on to that little clip in your brain. When you get to the end, just think of me going, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to make an authentic video regarding all that my family is facing right now. And I'm not able to sleep at the moment for various reasons, one of which is pain. I have been diagnosed with carpal tunnel in both wrists, and I'm having a hard time grabbing things. That's one of the problems I'm having. I was cleaning the house. I was doing it barefoot. So I wound up stressing it's not my Achilles tendon, like directly in the back. It's off to the right on the outside of my right foot. I can hardly put any pressure on it without it just being excruciatingly painful. A lot of this didn't start happening in my life. My body just seems to be shutting down. And I think that this is a physical response to an emotional state of being within me that I'm unable at this moment to truly process. See, this is why I wanted an organic video, because I think there's something I need to say. I'm big on being vulnerable. I'm big on being real. My kid's having 8 surgeries later this year. He's already freaking out. 11 years old. And he's going to be immobile and going to have to be picked up and carried places. I'm not sure how we're going to do the bathroom. I don't know how any of this is going to be, but I'll tell you one thing I do know for sure. Especially in my current state, these are just the hands that hurt. My legs are killing me in various ways and forms. I can barely walk. I'm using a wheelchair more times than I can count right now. And I'm supposed to take care of my 11-year-old and my 8-year-old and this household and my husband and somehow me. And I have no idea on that one point alone how I am going to be able to do any of that. Now, add to that my mother, who's been sickly for years. I'm used to like a little bit of a roller coaster. She's been through cancer twice. We've gone through a lot of stuff with her. So it's not like I'm going, oh no, my mother's sick. Like, okay, my mother's sick. Like, I hate it, but that is where we're at with her. And I can deal. Unless next day finding out that my father has some sort of something going on in his bladder. And 3 days after that, we just found out yesterday that it's cancer. My father has cancer. My father, who has the same disability that I do, and it lives in excruciating pain and is miserable most days. He's now got cancer, and it's going to have immediate surgery on Wednesday. I'm a little angry. I'm angry because I cannot help. There is so much happening. And until this very moment, this is the first time a tear has wanted to come to. It's only been like 36 hours since I found out my father has cancer. And this is where the tears come, because in all of this, I'm living that verse that I already quoted or posted before, that we are pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. I am not overwhelmed. I am not despondent. I am not without hope. But I am tired. I am so tired. And I am grateful that I have a knowledge of the word and the truth of my God, that the battle is not mine. That I don't have to have the answers. And that if I wait on the Lord, He will renew my strength somehow. And this is what I wanted to catch, because I think I need to see this as much as maybe you do, or if I'm even going to post it, I don't know. God is an ever-present help in time of need. And I am so needy, and I am so aware of that need that I cannot, none of us are going to get through any of this in our own strength. There is nothing within me that can take another second of what is happening all around me. I can't in my own strength. There's nothing in me that is strong enough to stand, literally. I am so sick of sickness and pain and disease and illness. I am so sick of defeat or feeling it's not that I feel defeated. It's that I just long for victory, if that makes any sense. I'm willing to pitch a tent right here in the middle of the battlefield if I gotta. I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm not raising a white flag, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying anything except this battle is not mine, and I know that, and I am to stand strong in the Lord and in His mighty power, and I cling to that. If I wanted to convey something, it would be what it looks like to be a woman of faith and a woman who lives in chronic pain and has ailing and sickly parents and a child with a hereditary or an inherited disease and this dwindling vocabulary, apparently. It's what it looks like to be scared but not frightened. That may not make sense, but it's like there is a natural response that's terrified in some very small degrees. I cannot. This is what you're seeing, crying and all. The ability to say, or perhaps the ability to sit here and describe all of this stuff. This could very well be the end of me, if not for God and the fact that there is peace that passes all understanding. I don't have an answer. I mean, there may be some that have the kind of faith that says, we're going to claim this and we're going to say that and we're going to do blah, blah, blah. I don't have it in me to do all that. Y'all go right ahead. Please, by all means, on my behalf. My name is Bonnie. My father's name is Gary. My mother's name is Carolyn. And my son's name is James. Name us and claim whatever you feel the Lord tells you to claim for us. And may the Lord's will be done. But do not expect me to be able to do it right this very minute. It may happen, but I'm saying right now, I feel Like more than a conqueror. Just sit here and be okay. Upset, shaken, oh, but not destroyed. That's enough. It's going to have to be right now because I literally have nothing else to give. I don't know if this helps anybody. I don't know if it will even be posted. But what I do know is God's got us. And I love him. And I know he loves me. And I know that he is good. And no matter what I'm looking at or feeling or dealing with or not sure how to deal with or gonna be dealing, any of that, the uncertainties and the bad and good and ugly reports and whatever, God is good. That's just truth. And his plans are to prosper, not to harm us, but to give us a hope and a future. I'm tired, but I still feel victorious. I still feel like I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I still feel like God's got me and everything I'm concerned with. It would be a lot easier if I didn't have all of this to deal with, but the Lord wants me resting. And that's what I'm going to do, because that's all I got. And the Lord be praised, because that's all I got. That's it. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum-bum. It's over.